Hello. 2 weeks ago, I was tasked with helping a student in my classroom who has an IEP organize and write a research paper on a topic of his choosing. We would work on this for 2 weeks, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And during this time, I was also in charge of planning and teaching the social studies lessons for my class. So the student needed to brainstorm a topic that he could write a research paper on, and it had to be something he was interested in. So this research paper had to include an introductory paragraph, 3 paragraphs that have supporting details about the topic, and a conclusion paragraph. This student also had to find information on his topic from reliable sources on the web and cite those sources. And this research paper is also a requirement for the students to pass in order to go on to 7th grade and middle school next year. So originally the student was very overwhelmed by this assignment. He had never written a research paper before. He really struggles in writing. He's not very confident in his abilities, and his attitude was just that he just wanted to get it over with because he was just so afraid of it. So our approach was to just break it down one thing at a time. And I just started by asking him engaging questions about what he's interested in and what he does maybe after school or some hobbies of his. Throughout this conversation, I learned that he and his family actually have a very large dairy farm operation that he has helped out in ever since he was just little, and it's something that he's really interested in to go into a living. So he is very interested in agriculture and farming. So he had a lot of knowledge about dairy cows and how to take care of them, how to sell them, and the different types that he has on his farm. So I would ask him just about the different types, if I wanted to sell them, how would I do it? How do I take care of them? And as I was asking these questions, I would actually write them down just to keep track of what I had asked. By the end of our conversation, I handed him the sheet of the questions I asked, and I said, okay, so you told me the answers to these questions. Now I want you to look these up from a reliable source and write down the answers. Once he did this, we wrote down our answers, and then we organized that into a research paper where it had an introductory paragraph, 3 main supporting paragraphs, and then a conclusion. At the very beginning, he was overwhelmed. At the end, he was just a rock star in it. He completed the paper. A lot of his peers completed it after him, and he was very proud of his work. And his result is recently he got an 85%, so he got a B on his paper. He was one of the higher performing students in the class about this paper. And I think it really helped because we broke it into smaller parts instead of a very daunting assignment for him. I used oral communication by engaging in active listening, and I also asked the student engaging in essential questions that would get him motivated into learning and writing.